More on that with Vincent Odor. It is not going to be business as usual. Those are the words of President William Ruto, who was speaking in Mombasa, addressing the anti-government demonstrations. The president urged the opposition to work together with his administration to chart a way forward, devoid of violence, destruction of property, and even loss of life. Kevin Mutai brings us more from the port city of Mombasa.
The head of state, who has been pitching tent to the coast for days, launching a number of development projects, hinted at a possible truce between the opposition and his government, while giving an assurance that there will be no more violence in the country. Speaking in Mombasa County on Saturday, the president issued a stern warning to the protesters that his administration will not relent in upholding the rule of law.
It is not going to be business as usual. It is not going to be part of going forward as a nation, that we can engage in politics that destroys property.
We will work with you in terms of development of this area. Count on our support always. Tutakuunga mkono kufanya kazi na wewe.
They say investors have run away from the country because of demonstrations, accusing Azimio leadership of frustrating the government as part of the strategy to cripple the economy.
If you have a former commander-in-chief, you have a former prime minister, you have a former vice president, instead of being key advisors to our president, they are the ones now who are ruining our economy.
It should be our duty to make sure that we mitigate those political risks, eliminate them, so that the port of Mombasa becomes the port of choice and not the port of necessity.
The local leaders who were speaking at the port of Mombasa also urged the government to support state agencies that are key to the coastal community. They include logistics, clearance and forwarding services, among other key opportunities that provide employment to the people.
Revert back the law the way it was intended to be, so that the clearing and forwarding agencies do not have to start competing with multinationals who are now competing in terms of transport, clearing. They are the ones who want to clear, clean containers. They're the ones who want to do everything. Where will our people get jobs?
The department concerned with e-citizen should now mobilize all our actors with the different systems, so that we can make sure all these systems are harmonized, they can speak to one another, and we can remove the silos that are slowing down the delivery of services around this port.
The government has also rolled out plans to support the ports of Lamu and Mombasa to improve efficiency and become a world-class destination for import and export.
We want to make sure this port is useful, Your Excellency, to the people of Kenya. And with your help and the help of the stakeholders who are here, we want to make sure that in the next few weeks, we get other investors to come and help us.
How did the truck leave here with 10 tons, and then you somewhere in Voi, it becomes 12 tons or 8 tons? So we want to have one-way bridge at the point of exit, and probably at worst case scenario, maybe at the border of Uganda, we can have another way bridge if necessary.
This whole process has to be supportive of our overall economy. We have a duty. This port is not a Kenyan port. This is a port that we share with many countries. And when things are not working well here, we are also affecting many other countries.
The president is expected in the county of Kwale on Sunday. Kevin Mutai, NTV, in the county of Mombasa.
And I think